Okay, so now that we have identified how to graph or how to look for an even or an odd function with the graph and with the actual function, let's talk about the leading coefficient. Let's assume that we have a function f of x is going to equal to 2x squared plus x plus 1. Again, the first thing that you have to do is to identify the x with the greatest power. In this case, my x with my greatest power or exponent is going to be this 2x squared. Thus, my leading coefficient is going to be the number associated with this greatest power, which in this case is this 2. So my leading coefficient is 2. Notice that the most important part of the leading coefficient is if it's positive or if it's negative. And in our case, this 2 is positive. So again, let's try some other examples. Let's say that we have a function, f of x is going to equal to 3x cubed minus 2x squared plus 1. Again, we are going to identify the x with the greatest power or the greatest exponent, which in this case is going to be this 3x cubed. Then to find the leading coefficient, we are going to find the number that is associated with this little leading coefficient, which is going to be this 3. And in this case, we know that this 3 is positive. Okay, let's try a different example. Let's say that f of x is going to equal to negative 4x squared plus 2. Again, we are going to find the x with the greatest power, which in this case is going to be this negative 4x squared. Then to find our leading coefficient, it is simply going to be the number that is associated with the variable, which in this case, it's a negative 4. Notice that this negative 4 is a negative number. And this is very important to distinguish if this is positive or if this is negative.